I think it worked. I stood in a hero storm and nothing happened. Fenn's elixir is a success. And we took out another one of the Grey Host leaders. We've done good, my friend. Never better. We need to create as much of the elixir as possible and distribute it throughout Solitude before Rada al-Saran's massive... Once my father understood... I know, right? It happened so quickly. When we confronted Rada al-Saran and Exarch Ulfra, the Vampire Lord blasted Lyris with his... It certainly gave us a fighting... I don't disagree.
We can't take a portal?
Listen to your daughter, Svargrim. We need to do something.
Don't test me, Redharn. I know exactly what I need to do. Our enemies circle ever closer, and now even my daughter turns against me. What's next? Will my beloved wife return to accuse me of some heinous crime? Well, You represent my most hated enemy, and expect me to believe a word you say? Even if you speak true. Word. Trust Svanna. Perhaps. No. No. Help! I need no help from the likes of you.
Don't be a fool, Father. This elixir will save our people.
I didn't think you had it in you, daughter. You have actually surpassed my expectations, more's the pity. And I'll hear no more talk of this miracle elixir.
Father!
The Grey Host is my true ally. Once the Harrow Storm engulfs Solitude, my kingdom will endure for all eternity.
I should have sensed it. Svargrim's a vampire.
Svanna.
Not now, Lyris. I need to think about this. I thought he was grieving, but it was all a ruse. My father, High King of Western Skyrim.
Svargrim's a bastard, but King Yoren believed he had the best. Not everything is as grim as it appears. We did create an elixir. That's our best bet.
Father, how could you?
Your search for knowledge continues.
My father, working with the Grey Host. You're right. I'm not sure.
They've taken it! By the gods, it's fallen!
Fallen? What are you talking about?
The Grey Host. They came out of nowhere, captured the temple and the Tower of the Wolf. We're locked out!
Then the sacred oil.
Damn it all! I need to get down there!
Follow him! Now, soldier, tell me exactly what happened.
Done. The Grey Host has found a foothold. Now the city is lost.
Not yet, it isn't. On your feet, Sorthane. We have work to do.
Yes, Prince. I apologize for that display. Nothing good. Not that I can...
That's unacceptable, Sorthane. If we can't get the sacred oil to make more elixir, then we have to stop the Harrow Storm.
Princess, we've kept watch. There aren't any witch pikes around the city.
Then you missed something. They needed the witch pikes for every other Harrow Storm they summoned.
Of course. Blackreach. The Grey Host must have gained access to the temple from beneath the city.
They could easily hide the witch pikes underneath our feet.
We know the Grey Host has been using Blackreach to clandestinely move around Western Skyrim. Why not launch their attacks from there?
Then we're going back to Blackreach. If the witch pikes are there, we'll destroy them.
As a junior member of House Ravenwatch, I never expected to be in the thick of things like this.
My father. A vamp. I know. It's just... Look, we were never close. Not really. But he's my father. My king. What about you? Could you do it? Could you confront and maybe even kill one of your parents? Such confidence. as sharp and as cold as my dagger's blade. Lives hang in the balance, but I'm conflicted about committing patricide. I'm going to do whatever I can to stop the Harrow Storm and save Solitude and...
As a junior member of House Ravenwatch, I never expected to be in the thick of things. Am I looking forward to going... The Grey Host can't... I had hoped to secure your absolute...
Yorin sent me with a warning for Solitude. Now I'm about to march into the starless depths of Blackreach to try to avert a massacre. I thought you knew me better than that. Taking on the impossible challenge. One step at a time.
You wish to engage in badinage?
That's ominous. And, unless I miss my guess, it's directly under Solitude. That's our target. The ritual site must be somewhere inside that horrid structure. Not so fast. There's a sluice. You know your strength. Cross the bridge. That's a good question. Nice of you to join us.
I don't understand. What am I supposed to do with these flasks?
If you run into trouble, throw one of them at the source. Then get out.
Split up and find the ritual site. We need to disrupt it.
Split up? I suppose that makes sense. I'll go with our friend here.
A divergence point! Ha! Hostilities ended. Now, to relax.
Hello. This looks important. This book? The magic. Why? The Herost. Almost certain. Lyris, Svanna, I think this entire tower functions as a witch pike.
What? Fen, how is that even possible?
The energy!
That's my father! This way!
Pain is part of the process, Svargrim. It's exquisite! My master.
Once you are attuned to Greymore, the stone will be yours to command. Rise, Svargrim, and unleash my storm upon Solitude. Then the last of the Grey Host shall be reborn.
The Ashen Lord. He turned Svargrim into the heart of his Herostorm.
They're moving higher up the tower. We need to follow them!
You and Fen take these stairs. Svanna and I will go this way.
Look, a Grey reliquary. It's massive. Just like the storm they planned to unleash on the city.
Confound it! Apocrypha with you. Increase your mobility.
Leaders, we found them.
Good. This whole place. The Grey Host is preparing to go to war.
And so the thorns arrive once more to prick my thumbs.
A barrier.
And Rada al-Saran?
Your persistence begins to annoy me, mortal. You killed my beloved brother and sister, Singalis and Ulfra. I freed them, and you sent them back. Back to the hated Moloch Ball. I will see you. As much as it... Bold words, but futile. Svargrim rises, and the Harrow Storm with him. Once the attunement is finished, they will be unstoppable.
What happened? What did that damn vampire do?
He's merging the power flowing through the keep with Svargrim, giving him control of the Harrow Storm.
Then you must undo it. I'll stay and help. Leaders, you and our friend keep going up and find my father.
Get ready to fight.
I am a scholar, damn it!
Keep moving. Don't let them surround us.
able to stop the attunement spell. It's just getting stronger.
That tower! It must lead to the upper levels. I need time to get that door open.
Everyone, protect Fen!
Adventure Arcanum has drained you.
Good job. Through the door and to the upper levels now. Hurry!
Just... The whole keep. The shaking is getting worse.
Damn magic! Give me something to hit!
Magic. It's Alceran.
The attunement is complete, Spark. You and Greymore are one.
I am unstoppable!
We need to hurry.
I leave the harrowing of solitude to you, little king. Remember your role.
So high up, but still far beneath the ground.
By Mora's many eyes!
Hold, friends! We followed the booming voices. Where's Svargrim?
My father's ascended into solitude. But Rada Al-Saran, I think he's leaving.
Interesting. Lyris assumed the Grey Host was preparing to attack, but it's just as possible they're relocating their forces.
We'll figure that out later, after we stop my father.
Fair enough. Friends, lead the way.
Hey.
What is it now, friend?
Oh, nothing. Just don't look down. tunnels look freshly dug. The Grey Host has certainly... Harrow Fiends. Is that what became of the Herald Svargrim brought to Castle Down?
Up ahead! That's the temple's undercroft.
Apocrypha, take you!
Harrowstorm. It's begun.
Look, above the Tower of the Wolf. The storm's only partially formed.
My father's up there. Open the gates and let's go.
The Herald is below the temple. They escape into the streets.
You and I will keep that from happening. Take the princess and deal with Svargrim, partner.
Yes. It's the only option. Let's go.
Behind us!
The Harrow Fiends! They've broken loose!
Get to the tower and stop
I'm with you,
Svargrim.
my friend.
We'll hold
Up
the
the
gates.
stairs. We need to get up the ramp and onto the walls. That's our way to the Tower of the Wolf.
Come to bear witness to my ascension. Rada Al-Saran has given me power beyond anything you can imagine. Behold!
Perhaps we can complete a writ or two on our downtime. Hmm?
My father betrayed everything to aid the Grey Host. With his death, Solitude is saved. It's done. We killed my father and ended the Herostorm. The city still stands. Skyrim still stands. Although the Tower of the Wolf may have been damaged beyond repair. No, of course not. My father was the High King of Western Skyrim. I always thought he had the best interests of our holds and our people in his heart. For Svargrim, yes, I think it was. As for Rada al-Saran and the Grey Host, I am not entirely sure what. First, on behalf of Western Skyrim, take this with my thanks. We would have been lost without you. Then, rest. Check on our friends. Injuries must be tended to, buildings repaired. Other wounds will take longer. We'll have more to do. Whatever Rada al-Saran and the Grey Host were planning, I think the worst is behind us as far as Western Skyrim is concerned. With Svargrim dead, their grip on the holds comes to an end. Not officially. At least I don't think so. I feel like the whole world's crumbling around me. But the city's still standing, so that's something. I'm more worried about our friends. We left Lyris and Fen to hold off a horde of Hero fiends. Hopefully they were able to hold the courtyard and keep those monsters out of the city. You go on ahead and check on them. Thank you. Gods, I hope so.
Tell me truthfully, Lyris. How much of this blood is mine?
Not enough to be worried about.
You did it. I shouldn't be surprised. But things were looking rather bleak before the clouds parted. We held the gate as long as we could, but the Harrow Fiends were a flood of claws and teeth. Once they burst through, Lyris cleaved through them like a scythe through wheat. I'm not really sure. I kind of went wild. Let out my inner beast, as it were. I was rending and slashing. Then, the elixir is my next priority, of course. As long as the Harrowstorms are still a threat. Sadly, I don't think there's any hope for them. Their life energy was sucked. As soon as we produce enough of it, yes. We saw how it protected Svanna. Now, where did I put my flask?
So, is it over? What happened to Svargrim? And where's Svanna? A parent's betrayal cuts deeper than a sword. But Svanna's strong. Stronger than she's been given. If you told me the tavern rat we met at the Lonely Troll would become my choice to lead this land, I'd have called you mad. Then again, my king's a skald, so what do I know? Come on, there's probably something productive we should be doing. Find out if everyone in the Hall of the Dead is all right. I'll make sure Castle Dour is secured. We did our best to hold the Harrow Fiends inside Castle Dour, but almost didn't. We were nearly overrun before Fen went wild. I've never seen him like that, snarling and showing what a true vampire can do.
Good to see you aren't raising bugs with Ismir just yet.
We saw the storm break, but we heard nothing since you departed from Blackreach.
I regret we didn't throw a parade to welcome you back, but I'll cheer enough for 100 souls if you tell me you put that back. That's good, but a daughter shouldn't have to kill her own father. Svanna has my support, for whatever that's worth. She's gone. Not until we hold him. We can settle them. None good.
We seem to have survived, thank the gods. I thought for certain we were all about to witness the end of the world. No thanks to Svargrim, damn his eyes. After you and the princess went off to Blackreach, I gathered far fewer than I feared when the storm began. Thanks to you and the princess. With the storm...
They're here! They're at the gates!
The Grey Host? I thought we were done with them for now.
Not the Grey Host! The Skald King! With an army from the east!
What treachery is this?
To the gates. We'll give the Skull King a proper welcome. One...
Stand down,
Partner,
you idiot!
could really
We
use your
come in
knack for
peace.
diplomacy right now. Speak to the Skull King before we start a war.
Sure save me from fools and prophets. Will no one properly greet a weary traveler?
I know that there's little love between East and West, but Lyris's report... Svargrim. It's hard to believe the rumors were true. I didn't... You'd have to ask him. As far as I can tell.
Oh, familiar face. Maybe you can talk some sense into these Western milk drinkers. We're not a damn invasion. We're here to help. Do you know what's going on? So the rumors are true? Svargrim joined the Grey Host? I knew he had ambitions, but to throw away his humanity? That's why I sent Lyris here in the first place. I'm not the king of these holds, though. I can't do anything if they refuse my help. Svargrim despised me. He would never accept my...
We have no need of help that involves welcoming your soldiers within our walls.
My walls, Jarl. My father may have been willing to slap aside a helping hand, but I'm not. Permit me a word with your envoy, Skald King.
It seems Princess Svar...
Thank you. For holding the line, I mean. I'm ready to do what I should have done a long time ago. We saved Solitude, but our war with the Grey Host is far from over. We need Fenn's elixir more than ever. With that, and King Yoren's help. That depends on Fenn. If there's anything... Fenn is with Old Mjolnir at the Mages Guild. When you're finished with him, join me in the courtyard of the Blue Palace. I'm going to hold a moment of remembrance for this city. I'm going to invite the Skald King to join us. If the people of Solitude see him bow his head along with the rest of us, they may not care about the divide between the East and the West.
Did the princess say something about an elixir? Windhelm will provide...
Ingenious. A rare thing to find an elf with the makings of a clever woman.
Despite what my kin might proclaim, it's not all in the blood. Ah, good, you're here. We've made a breakthrough. I was just discussing a theory with Mjolnir, and it seemed a cure. Singalis's research on the nether root showed me just how it weakens the connection between a body and soul. Thus far, I've been able to inure a person to the root, but now I'm certain I can use that knowledge to heal those weakened bonds. Well, it is just a theory at this point. I know. We know enough about Singalis's refinement. We can ransack Greyhost's stockpiles. Indeed, I believe the stone...
I was hoping you'd return before we began. Tell me you've got good news. I'll feel a lot better delivering a speech about Not the best news, but I'll take it. Now that would... Nothing fancy. Just a traditional Nord wake. To mourn and celebrate those we've lost, and cherish the lives we still have. I'd like you to join us. None of us would be... There's something I'd like to say. None of us would be here to sing dirges for the dead or celebrate the living if not for you. I certainly wouldn't be here, ready to leave my hold. You've supported me since I started down this path. I'm honored to have you here at the end. Sons and daughters of Skyrim, we have the honor today of remembering the dead.
Honor to the fallen!
Sons and daughters of Skyrim, our trials were fierce, but we are still here.
We stand and we remain!
Now, we raise our voices to tell Sovngarde of the coming of the worthy dead, and to tell the world that the Nords are still here! We are still standing!
The fallen now march home to hallowed halls, to join our ancestors in boundless drink and song and brawls. Let sound the horns, let peal the bells, let loose the ancient hymn. We will remain until time ends, we children of Skyrim.
I can't think of a more fitting send-off for my father than Nords of both kingdoms mourning side by side. Skyrim may be divided, but at least our honored dead are united in Sovngarde. Yoren, Redharn, and I need to form a plan to distribute Fenn's elixir and push back against the Grey Host. And acquire more netherroot, it seems. There's a lot to be done, but I'm surrounded by good people. I can't leave everything to you, you know. Well, I probably could. But even Isgramor took a rest now and again. Let us shoulder the burden for a while. I'm sure I'll need to call on you again soon enough. Sovngarde is a place for the honored dead. Svargrim gave up his seat in the Hall of Valor when he made his pact with the Ashen Lord. Wherever he is, I hope he regrets. I don't know. It's not important, not right now. What matters is rallying the people against the enemy, our real enemy. If that means seeking the crown, then I'll do what needs to be done.
I'm glad to be done with this. Diplomacy and investigation aren't my favorite pastimes. They seem to suit you, though. I'll be staying so long as Joran's here. Or until I can persuade him to send me after Rada al-Saran. That leech owes a lot of blood to us, and I intend to squeeze it out of him. We have to find him first. Whatever his plans were after sacking Solitude, count on it.
Princess Jarl Svanna reminds me more of the Queen every passing moment. We're in good hands. I'll pledge myself to her, if she'll have me. I was fool enough to follow Svargrim as long as He did.
I hadn't had a moment to honor the fallen of Morthal since you came to my doorstep. Kind willing, they made their passage to Sovngarde. When things are settled here, Hjalmarch has weathered these storms better than Hafingar and Karthal. If we can keep the kingdom from complete collapse, it's worth a few weeks away from my home and hearth.
My heart goes out to these people. We are no strangers to conflict back east, but none of our holds have been ravaged by the kind of devastation brought by the Grey Host. We are fortunate that you stopped them. So I've heard. The princess has come a long way. If the princess remains in charge of the western holds, I think the chance...
In their own way, the people of Western Skyrim are as strong as the Nords of the East. Blood alone does not make one worthy to rule a hold, let alone an entire kingdom. The princess will lead for now, but many questions must be answered before the job. If Princess Svanna agrees, I want to bring more of my people from Eastmarch to help restore Solitude. All I can do is to offer my... Today, no, the time isn't right. As for the future, who can say? Svargrim...
My heart goes out to these people.
We made it through, if barely. The rest of I have